All right, this is Engage in New York, Module 2, Lesson 13, 2-13. Let's go ahead and start with problem 1. We are going to convert weeks into days. So 3 weeks is, 3 weeks times 1 week, right?
Yes.
So this is like saying 3 groups of 1 week, right? This is like saying 3 groups of 1 week. And 1 week is equal to 7 days, right? Okay, so if 3 times 1 week, let's do 3 times 7 days. So it's 21 days. How'd you do on that? I'm using my parentheses. I'm putting information in. I'm adding information that I know. I'm trying to gather the information that I know. And feel free to write down any information that you know that's going to help you remember what your goal is. All right. Centis are in 1 meter. 100. 100. How many? 100. Right? So you're going to multiply by 100 centimeters. What is it? No, we're good. Now we're recording. Okay, so 0.09 meters is equal to, so we're going to bring down our problem, 0.09 times 1 meter is going to give us, so we're lining up our problem, what we know, 0.09 times 100 centimeters. And we're going to move our decimal once, twice, and end up with 9 centimeters. Okay? Now let's take 0.09 meters and let's turn it into millimeters. So let's line up our problem using our equal sign as our line up point and go 0.09 times 1 millimeter. Well, we know there are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. So we're going to go 0.09 times 1,000. Whoa, that's a comma, sorry. 1,000 meters. All right, so now I'm going to move my decimal point 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I end up with 90 millimeters. All right. Moving to problem 4. All right. A crate of apples A crate of apples. A crate is a box. Weighs 5.7 kilograms. So remember that kilograms on the place value chart. If here are grams, kilo is 1,000. So if this is like the ones, then there's decigrams, centigrams, right? And then kilograms. So remember, now we're moving this way across the place value chart. Okay, so now a sack. So 5.7 kilograms. Convert the weight to grams. So now we're taking what we know. We have kilograms, and now we're taking it all the way down to grams. So that means there's less numbers in the kilograms. There are a lot more numbers, bigger number. It's going to be a much bigger number in the grams. So a sack holds 56.75 pounds of sand. Convert the weight to ounces. That's kind of a random question there. Okay. So if I'm going to convert kilograms to grams, so we're a big number to a much smaller unit of measurement. A gram, I want you to think of a gram like a sugar cube. Okay? So it's going to take a lot of sugar cubes to be able to weigh at a kilogram, right? Okay, so that's what I want you to think about. Okay, so here we go. So 5.7 times 1 kilogram. And if you remember, kilo, here's deci means what? 10, centi or cien, right? 100. And kilo means 1,000. Kilo means 1,000. What does kilo mean?
1,000.
Thank you. Okay, so now 5.7 times 1,000 grams. So we're going to now move our decimal 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We end up with 5,700 grams. So think about it. It's going to take a lot of sugar cubes to make just 5.7 grams, because 5.7 grams, kilograms, such a much bigger thing to weigh. 5.7 of something this big, but if you're measuring the same thing, but using a smaller unit of measurement, it's going to take a lot more of these little guys to weigh the same thing as something much bigger, right? Okay, so now we have 56.75 pounds of sand, and we're going from pounds to ounces. Pounds to ounces. So you guys know an ounce is so small, right? An ounce is just, think about how many ounces like a water bottle is. So remember, there are several, like if it's 32 ounces, an ounce is quite small, yes? Okay, versus a pound. Okay, so let's go here. 56.75 is equal to how many ounces of sand? So here we go. Let's go. 56.75 times 1 pound. Well, how many ounces? Do you know how many ounces equals 1 pound? Do you know how many ounces equals 1 pound? Right. There are 16 ounces in 1 pound. 16 ounces in 1 pound. So now we're going to multiply by 16. So 56.75 times 16 ounces, because we're trading, because remember, this is the same as this. This is the same as this. So now 56.75 times 16. So you could just do standard algorithm. And what do we get? Why don't you try it? See what you get. All right, so our answer is 908 ounces. All right, so you please feel free to use your bookmark here with standard linear measurement, metric linear measurement, standard capacity, and metric capacity for our problem set. So let's just walk through the problem set really quick. All right. So in problem set, you are going to start out with converting feet to inches and centimeters and meters to centimeters. All right, so problem set. They changed it from the old problem set to here is our new problem set. Module 2, lesson 13, problem set. You're going to convert using what we did earlier, years. What do you know about years? How many days are in 1 year?
365.
Yes. So you're using what you know. And wait a minute, convert meters to centimeters. You have your resource right here to help you. Yards to feet. Do you guys know there are 3 feet in 1 yard? And kilograms to grams. So there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram, right? And pounds to ounces. And 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. Okay, these are those little nuggets of knowledge here. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, right? So using what you know to convert. On the back side, convert the number of hours in a day to minutes. So how many hours are in 1 day? 1 day is equal to how many hours? 24. All right. A female gorilla weighs this much. How much does she weigh in grams? So it's just converting. The height of a man is 1.7 meters. What is his height in centimeters? You're just converting. You're just moving the decimal. The capacity of a syringe is 0.08 liters. Convert this to millimeters. So remember, your number is going to get bigger. A coyote weighs 11.3 pounds. Convert the coyote's weight to ounces. So if we're going pounds to ounces, there's going to be that number is going to be a whole lot bigger. An alligator is 2.3 yards long. What is the length of the alligator in inches? So if you're going from yards, you have to go to feet to inches. So knowing those little nuggets of knowledge are really important, okay? Yes? All right. Come back and watch the debrief.